hanging out with Lars down on 6th Street. He knew that I was in trouble. I was feeling much like the devil. There's something burning deep inside of me. I ran into 3 Puerto Ricans. These girls took us to the fun house where we played a lonely pinball machine. Hanging on the corner of 52nd and Broadway. Cars passing by, but none of them seemed to go my way. In New York City, where I wish I was on the highway, back to Olympia. And I'm having a hard time understanding. It gets all too demanding, and she's all gone and I'm stranded. Something burning deep inside of me. All I know is 4 o'clock and she ain't ever showed up. I watched 1,000 people come home from work, hanging on the corner of 52nd and Broadway. Cars passing by, but none of them seem to go my way. In New York City, where I wish I was on the highway, back to Olympia. How many times will it take me before I go crazy, before I lose everything? Something burning deep inside of me. We ran into 3 Puerto Ricans. These girls took us to the fun house. Oh, I don't wanna be alone again. Oh, hanging on the corner, 52nd and Broadway. Cars passing by, but none of them seem to go my way. In New York City, where I wish I was on the highway, back to Olympia. Back to Olympia. Hello everyone, how we all doing? Happy Friday. How's the sound sounding? I tried something different. My computer was kind of on the fritz about 20 minutes before this all started. So hopefully it's working. Hopefully it'll work through the whole show, because it wasn't working for like more than 5 minutes. I'd do the helicopter thing, and then I'd do the other thing, and I'd do all the tricks that I thought I could do, but I think I fixed it. I think I got it, which is what I always say, and then I don't got it. But of that issue is really the least of my concerns today, because we had to Jack the cat, our 20-year-old cat, passed away this morning, right around sunrise. And it was not the greatest sunrise of my life, I'll tell you that much. We knew it was coming. But you can prepare yourself as much as you think you can prepare yourself, but moments like that are not ones that all that preparation pays off, you know? So it's been a rough day, but I'm glad I'm here with all you guys. I need this, and I'm so thankful to be here. This song here is for Tammy. She requested this one. And I didn't know this song before last night. I mean, I knew it. I love this song, but I didn't know how to play it, so this was a nice challenge. Well, you gassed her up behind the wheel with your arm around your sweet one in your Oldsmobile, barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. And you got paid on Friday, your pockets are jingling and you see the lights. You get all the tingling 'cause you're cruising with a six, looking for the heart of Saturday night. And you comb your hair, shave your face, trying to wipe out every trace. All the other days in the week, you know that this will be the Saturday that you're reaching your peak. Stopping on the red, going on the green, 'cause tonight will be like nothing you've ever seen. And now you're barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Tell me, is it the crack of the pool balls, neon buzzing, telephone ringing? It's your second cousin. Is it the barmaid that's smiling from the corner of her eye? Magic of that melancholy tear in your eye. Well, it makes you kind of quiver down in the core, 'cause you're dreaming of them Saturdays that came before. And now you're stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. Well, you gassed her up, you're behind the wheel with your arm around your sweet one in your Oldsmobile, barreling down the boulevard, looking for the heart of Saturday night. Is it the crack of the pool balls, neon buzzing, telephone ringing? It's your second cousin. And the barmaid is smiling from the corner of her eye. The magic of that melancholy tear in your eye. Well, it makes it kind of special down in the core. And you're dreaming of them Saturdays that came before it found you stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. Stumbling onto the heart of Saturday night. Thanks, Tammy, for that recommendation. And now I know that song. I've always loved that song for many years. And didn't realize, one, it's in drop D, and two, that it's hard as shit. it's a really hard song to learn until your brain clicks and gets it, and then finally, and I'm still working, the way Tom Waits plays it, like I do this kind of, and that's kind of my normal thing, but he does it in this like, he does this thing where it's like, alright. So when he does the downbeat, he's plucking multiple strings at once, where I'm usually, and then he's, and it's hard. It makes my brain go, but it's a beautiful song. But I got all of your recommendations here. Do this one here. It's Brandon and Charlotte's 11th wedding anniversary. And I didn't write this song 11 years ago. However, this song, since it has been created, has been turned into their kind of, what would you call it? It's kind of a proxy wedding song. No, it's a stand-in, well, it's a, I don't know. Had it existed before then, it would have been their wedding song. So they just kind of chose it as their after-the-fact wedding song. And I want to play it for their anniversary. Happy anniversary, guys. I want to make sure it's perfect. Gotta make sure it's tuned. So for today's show, I haven't figured out a place to donate half of the tips, but I want to do it for some kind of animal organization, especially for older animals. So I have to do a little bit of research on that. So if you guys just want to trust me, 50% of the proceeds will be going towards a charity of some sort that is along those lines. And if you have any recommendations, please put it in the chat so that I can see, because that would be very helpful. Happy wedding anniversary, guys. I've been trying to tell you what this song's about. I say what I mean, but nothing comes out. But you can tell from my face what I'm showing is true. But you don't need my words, 'cause you've had that face too. There are nights up on that stage where I feel like I'm 20 feet tall, but the morning still comes, 'cause it always does. Well, without you there, I would feel so small. But there is one thing that I know: wherever it is that I roam, baby, you're there for me. Baby, you're there for me. Whoa, late into the night, turning rights into wrongs, drinking all the whiskey and singing all the songs. Oh, the campfire's raging, and I'm not behaving in the ways I'd intended. When I woke up this morning, there were nights out with my friends where I don't know when enough is enough. But the morning still comes, as it always does. Well, we look into that mirror and I swear all that stuff. But there is one thing that I know: wherever it is that I roam, baby, you're there for me. Baby, you're there for me. Oh. Happy anniversary too. I think it's about time for that, the changing of the strings pretty soon. Knuckles and Little Pepsi here are sounding a little flat. Not as bright. Oh, good. I'm glad she was surprised. That's great. Who we got here? We got a lot of good folks here. I opened with Olympia, Washington by Rancid because Thomas is out there in Italy and he's got to go to bed because he's a little kid. So I wanted to make sure that he got that one in there. Thank you all for your condolences. He was a good guy. Speaking of which, Colleen asked for this song, but I was thinking this would be a good one for Jack. I've been looking for hope since the day I was born. But all that I've found is the long open road. It has seen me this far, and it'll see me much more. But it sure ain't no mother, and it sure ain't my home. Oh, my blood starts to flow as I put it in drive. There's no better feeling than feeling alive. Out on that horizon, on the day that I die, you can scatter my ashes where ashes can fly. I pass through the streets with no reason than just breathe in the night air and feel the lights flashing past, till I find a nice hole that serves alcohol, with a man at the piano who's got a hell of a soul. His songs are all torture, his cup's always full. His face tells a story that should have ended a long time ago. There are miles in his music, and there are worlds in his woes, but I'm just not quite there yet, so I head for the door. Oh, my blood starts to flow as I put it in drive. There's no better feeling than feeling alive. Out on that horizon, on the day that I die, you can scatter my ashes where ashes can fly. Say, oh, best thing in my pocket is a $10 bill. I can make it a million if I could stand still, but the road won't stop calling until I get my fill. I stare back down the road at the choices I've made, and how the ones that I've met are now the ones I've betrayed. So I pick up my sack, turn my back on the past, 'cause there's no sense in turning when there's no turning back. Oh, my blood starts to flow as I put it in drive. There's no better feeling than feeling alive. Out on that horizon on the day that I die, you can scatter my ashes where ashes can fly. Stay under the heavens, really open blue sky, with the wind at my back and the clouds at my side, till a child is born with the same wild eyes. The body may rot, but the spirit won't die. Oh, Danielle wanted this next one. Earthlings get dirty. If you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness, get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you wanna be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it on clean. If you wanna see the sunrise, you gotta get up in the morning. But if you wanna see the sunset, you gotta make it through the day. But if you wanna take a long road, you got to get to walking. If you wanna cast a shadow, you gotta get in the sun's way. But if you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness and get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you wanna be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it on clean. If you wanna see time fly, you gotta be patient. But if you wanna be the right guy, you gotta make a few changes. But if you wanna be the bad boy, you gotta make a few enemies. If you wanna be remembered, gotta make a few memories. But if you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness, get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you wanna be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it all clean. Alright. Life is full of bad choices, stupid decisions, terrible voices, and even worse lyrics. But if you never stick your neck out, then you'll never be the greatest. You'll always be the worst at ever being famous. But if you celebrate a sunset, you gotta shiver through the darkness, get sweaty in the sunlight to be deserving of a good, good life. If you wanna be an earthling, you gotta get a little dirty. You can wait until the glory to wash it all clean. If you ever wanna stand out, you gotta join the crowd. But if you wanna be heard, you gotta get a little loud. Oh yeah, not only Danielle, Allison, Reddy, and Sabrina also wanted that song. I put everybody's names there, but I don't take the time to get through the first name. I've got a lot to look at here on this very wide monitor that I was able to purchase because of all of your tip boot money over the months. This is the 40th live stream show. I think because I did 2 last week, this counts as the 40th live stream. Pretty cool. I've learned a lot. Learned a lot about how to talk to an image of myself looking back at me. Zoom also taught me that. How many people, when you're in Zoom, don't look at any of the people who you're talking to on Zoom and just catch yourself just looking at your own face the entire time? I constantly catch myself doing that, and I feel terrible. But I want to see how many other people actually do that too, because I don't want to feel so alone in this world. I feel like I'm missing out on a conversation that's happening in the chats right here. Oh, I get it. Okay. For a second there, Danielle, I thought you were saying it's your 40th wedding anniversary, and I know that is not true, because I took math at least up to a high school level. And I don't think that that's possible. I want to see what people are saying about that. I stare exclusively at myself. Dude, I'm a teacher, and I have so much to say about that. Adam Eads, I very much do that. It's hard not to look at yourself. Danielle. Sana, not me. I'm happy to see everyone. Well, fine. One person. All right. Katie Mata, yes, of course. I think you can hide yourself somehow in Zoom, and I do that because I'm so enamored with my stupid face. I I stare at myself during Zoom meetings all the time. I hate doing it, but I can't help it. It's so crazy. And I'm like constantly like rearranging my facial gestures so that I don't look as stupid as I do when I catch myself, when I'm just... It's a true image, not a reflection, so it looks different from a mirror. I think that's what's fascinating to so many people. That's a good point. That's exactly the same as the broadcasting software that I go through. In the camera up there, it's flipped like a mirror, but in the... or no, wait. Yeah. It's but in the broadcasting software down here, and that's why I think I probably keep looking at the broadcasting software. Speaking of which, well, I'm not going to touch that because I don't want to break anything. But fix my hair a little bit, and yeah, that's about as good as it's going to get. Oh, Katie, a Zoom hangout for Patreon patrons. That would be really cool. That's a good idea. Let me look into that somehow. Because it would be cool to actually see everybody's faces, and if people wanted to chime in, they could just chime in. I'm so glad that I'm not alone here. Like, it seems like this is a real problem that a lot of us have, and I don't think that most of you people, as far as I know, the ones that I know are lovely people that aren't egotistical and self-absorbed and care too much about necessarily like how they look 100% of the time. So that gives me hope that I'm not one of those people either. Robin, yes, I watch myself so I don't roll my eyes during work meetings. I hear that. I don't work, but yeah, I mean, I hear Kiki go through it, I guess. Well, this next song goes out to all the people who stare solely at themselves in Zoom meetings. Everyone is crazy, but me. There are so many people on my street. There are so many people on my street. And there are so many people who I have yet to meet. And there are so many people on my street. And there are so many people in my town. There are so many people in my town. There are so many people who I have to walk around. And there are so many people in my town. And there are so many people in my state. There are so many people in my state. And there are so many people to whom I can't relate. And there are so many people in my state. This is the part in the Zoom meeting where I would unmute everybody and be like, whistle solo, everyone. Usually only like 10% of the people in the audience actually whistle along, but I feel like for a Zoom meeting like this, if I were to unmute everyone at the same time, I'd probably get more like a 70 to 80% because we're just starved for any sort of contact, whether it be through speaking to each other, eye contact, physical touch, or just whistling at each other. And there are so many people in this world. There are so many people in this world. And there are so many people of whom I can't understand a word. And there are so many people in this world. And there are so many people in my thoughts. There are so many people in my thoughts. And there are so many people. I've just been staring straight at myself. The image, I'm not looking at anything else. I'm not looking at the comments. I'm just looking straight at my face the entire time. I can't look away. And I'm convinced they're all robots. And oh, there's so many people in my thoughts, in this world, in my state, in my town, and on my Zoom. And all of them are crazy, especially this guy right here in my room. Moving forward. Adam Eads might still be up out there in Italy. He requested this one. It's a cold night, and it calls for cigarettes. It calls for whiskey drinks, and it calls for no regrets. It's gonna be a night where all the girls don't know just who they're up against. And all these peaceful weekend warriors, they've all gone off to bed. And I need a long night like I need a rope around my neck. I'll be swinging from the rafters before it all comes to an end. Even though I count it as a loss is better than no bet. But I'll always be a betting man, even when they stack the deck. Oh, 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 oh. It's a cold night, I should take care of myself. It's not until I hit the bottom do I worry about my health. I can be burning like a flame while I am chilled down to the bone, soaring high above the rooftops while I'm sinking like a stone. And I need a long night, I need to get this off my chest. It's not for picking up the pieces, it's for throwing out the rest. Tonight we got a point to prove, we're not too old for this just yet. What's the point of being a better man when you can never stack the deck? Whoa, whoa. I'm gonna do that again. What's the point of being a better man when you can never be the best? Whoa, 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 whoa. It was a cold night, thought I'd never see the dawn. Now my skin's a suit of iron to protect a soul that's made of stone. But my heart still pounds a war drum rhythm as it rattles in my chest. And I'm standing on the front lines, watching the sun rise overhead. And I need it last night, I may need it again tonight. 'Cause I'm a solitary warrior, fighting a solitary life. So I'll see you in the morning, and I may have stories to tell. These nights may be the stuff of legends, so let's make legends of ourselves. Oh, 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 oh,
Yeah, that's my favorite line in the song, too. I get those two choruses switched sometimes, and sometimes they get switched in my head, especially if I'm really feeling the song like I was in that moment. It's kind of like riding a wave, and sometimes you just fall off. Not that I know how to surf at all, but that's what I imagine it's like. A lot of balance, concentration. Katie wants a escape artist. Well, well, well. Katie just turned 11 the other day, everyone. And so I sent her a video of me singing this song for her birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to Katie.
I wonder if there was a sound when John Henry hit the ground. Ran died on that long and fateful day. Maybe a rustle of the wind, but the people who came to see him probably couldn't think of anything to say. Oh, I could pack my bags today and move somewhere far away, but a man cannot escape what is within. I could go anywhere in this great wide country, but I'll never escape this state that I'm in. You know, people talk a lot 'cause they have not figured out whether people should be let inside their head. But I should probably watch my tongue, because I'm almost guilty of doing that exact same thing that I just said. Oh, I could pack my bags today and move somewhere far away, but a man cannot escape what is within. I could go anywhere in this great wide country, but I'll never escape this state that I'm in. We had so much time to find what we wanted from our lives. We figured we could roam the earth and it appeared. But then everything we own became what we call our home, and then our dreams faded as our years. I wonder if there was a sound when John Henry laid his hammer down and died on that long and fateful day. Maybe a rustle of the wind, but the people who came to see him probably couldn't think of anything to say. Well, that's how I'd rather go at the end of some big show, before the lights fade out into my older years. The crowd is roaring loud when my body hits the ground, and then the silence echoes louder than the cheers. Oh, I could pack my bags today and move somewhere far away, but a man cannot escape what is within. I could go anywhere in this great wide country, but I'll never escape this state that I'm in. Oh, I could pack my bags today and move somewhere far away, but a man cannot escape what is within. I could go anywhere in this great wide country, but I'll never escape this state that I'm in. A lot of you are putting some good recommendations in here. I've got a list that I'm going to keep moving down, but I might be able to throw a couple of them in there. So remind me. Drink to Remember, I believe, was on there. I think I saw Shit Out the Devil. Sitting Right Here. Ode to SF. I just shot a music video for that. It was so fun. On Monday, we rented the double-deck... We got a hookup on the double-decker tour bus in San Francisco and just drove all over the city, over both bridges. As the sun was going down, we were coming over the Golden Gate Bridge. Epic. Really looking forward to that music video. It's going to be fun. It's going to be really cool. But Deborah wanted this next one. Saw What I Saw. See if we... Yeah, we're doing all right. Something was amiss, there was a creaking down the hall. The moon was out and making shadow puppets on the wall. Looking back at things so silly, it left a chill down through my bones. But that night I thought there really was a ghost inside my home. But I saw what I saw and nothing else can tell a story like my mind's been known to tell. You can never be too sure of what you're told. But I saw what I saw and I know what I know. Maybe I just didn't see what I was shown. I've never climbed a hill without having that sinking thought. This is the biggest freaking hill that I have ever come across. You can't live your life on roads that never rise or wind. Hills are fun on the way down, but hey man, first you gotta climb. But I saw what I saw and nothing else can tell a story like my mind's been known to tell. You can never what you're told. But I saw what I saw, and I know what I know. Maybe I just didn't see what I was shown. So maybe I'm right, or maybe I'm wrong. No one really knows for sure, but let's not dwell on this too long. 'Cause what we've chosen to see is a big, beautiful world. The mind's a funny thing, or maybe funny's not the word. But I saw what I saw and nothing else can tell a story like my mind's been known to tell. Oh, you can never be too sure what you're told. But I saw what I saw, and I know what I know. But maybe I just didn't see what I was shown. Oh, maybe I just didn't see what I was shown. Oh, maybe I just didn't see what I was shown. Oh, yeah. Thank you. This would be a good one. Danny wanted Color of Bone. Whoa, Spencer, you got the shot glasses already. No way! That's amazing. Did they just throw the shot glasses on an empty seat on an international flight? That's so fast. When we were young, our minds could move mountains. Our bodies were strong to carry the world. But we witnessed destruction, and we lived through a war. Our future was longer than our past ever was. We saw purpose where we hadn't before. So we lit a fire so the world could see our eyes from the wreckage. We wore the ashes like scars buried deep in our hands. Lit it as a sign to the ones left behind of a future. We had no idea what we were doing. We didn't care. At least we were there. In a life that is long, hearts will be broken, things will be lost, lies will be told. And fights will be fought, what you own will be stolen. Your body will slow, soon you grow old. try not to think there's a moment that it all will end. There are lines that have formed that were not there before to remind me. Even temples will crumble, it's only a matter of when. A matter of when. Every brick that's placed will be torn down, and all of its worth returned to the earth and the sea. And all you say will be forgotten someday. But I'll sit here and listen to enjoy how the story is told. It's really all such a laugh. What we do for a good epitaph. All I'll leave in my will's a few pictures and bills, and the rest do with what you want. But my headstone will read, here lies a beloved guitar, buried with its hands that belong to a man who can play it like a goddamn machine. Oh, you can dress me in clothes that I never worn to address you. You can give me away to that freshly dug grave of my own. You can say I'll live on in the hearts of the ones who remember. 'Cause I'm nestled away in my coffin, the color of bone. The color of bone. The color of bone. So just a reminder that 50% of the tips made today are going to go to some charity focusing on taking care of elderly animals, elderly pets. There were some great suggestions in the comments. I saw Compassion Without Borders, which I'm surprised I didn't think of when I was trying to think of good organizations. And I saw a couple others. I think Adam Eads posted one that I hadn't heard of before, but I'm definitely going to look into all the ones that you guys commented on. We're up to 51 concurrent viewers, everybody. That's pretty cool. I feel like we're always just like right about to crest over 50. And then it just, so I think we're making great strides, everyone. Everybody share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Everybody, right now, if you're able to, click the subscribe button that is probably here. It would be here, I think, in the corner. Click on the subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. I hate doing that spiel, but I won't have to if you guys just subscribe right now. That would be awesome. And it doesn't really, it notifies you when I go live and other videos that I upload. It's great. Let me see. Good point, Sean Reddy. Everybody join Patreon too. That's a bit more of a big ask rather than clicking one button that says subscribe. But if anybody wants to join Patreon, we will welcome you with open arms. There's lots of perks. I've been sending out videos to all of my $30 patrons who asked for one. And for my $75 patrons, I've been doing some special things too. $75 patrons basically get whatever they want. Aside from what you're thinking right now, you perverts. Oh.
There's no fun drinking to forget good things you won't remember that haven't happened yet. Forget the past later. For now you should choose to drink to remember, drinking like without you. So here's to the winners who know how to lose, who drink to remember what drinking's like without you. Heartache is a muscle that you can never lose. It can be broken and beaten, but your strength just to cruise. Whether it helps or hinders, learn to push through. To drink to remember what drinking's like without you. So here's to the elders who feel brand new, with the drink to remember what drinking like without you. Shakespeare himself would have hated Hemingway. That's one thing they'd have in common if they'd both lived today. So it's up to us to do what they choose. Drink to remember what drinking like without you. So here's to the torture that somehow made do. Who drink to remember what drinking's like without you. So here's to the storm, and here's to the rain, and here's to the wounds, and here's to their pain, and here's to what's here, and here's to the remains of who drinks to remember and will do again and again and again and again and again. Who drinks to remember.
Good suggestion there, Diego. Spencer, you want to know how I come up with these lyrics? First, you go on a cruise ship for 8 days and sleep about a total of 6 hours. And then you hang out with big-ass rock stars, many of whom you'd never heard of. And afterwards, feel guilty that you'd never heard of them. And then and you party with some of your future best friends and musical idols. Then you come home and go through complete Adderall withdrawal. And then you write that song. I wrote that song for my friend Nathan Moore, who started off originally as one of those people I didn't know of, their music or their talents. Lost my dang pick. But I played High Sierra Music Festival in 2015, and we played our first set, and after that, throughout the weekend, people kept coming up to me and being like, "You're Sam Chase?" And I was like, "Yes." And they said, "There's two people you have to meet because you've never been here before, but you would really gel with these two guys. You got to meet them. One of them is Steve Poltz, and the other one is Nathan Moore." And I was like, "I don't know who either of those guys are." And they said, "You will." I was like, "Sure." So I was hanging out backstage for one of the shows, and I was talking to somebody, and a guy walks in, and the person nudges me and is like, "Hey, Steve Poltz." And I was like, "Oh, that's Steve Poltz? Pardon me for a minute." So I walked over to him, and I was like, "Hi, Steve Poltz. My name's Sam Chase." And he's like, "Hi, Sam Chase." And I was like, "Well, here's the thing, Steve Poltz. I've been walking around this music festival for a couple days now, and everybody has been telling me, it's my first time, and everybody's been telling me that there's two people I gotta meet. And I don't know exactly why, but they say that for some reason I have to meet these two people in particular. One of them is Nathan Moore, and the other one is you, Steve Poltz." And he was like, "Get out of town. That's so cool. Yeah, man, I can't wait to get to know you and figure out like what you're all about so that, we can fully understand just why we are two people that need to get to know each other so well." And I looked at him, I was like, "Man, goddamn, they're all right. They're right. I just in this experience alone, I've realized that, yes, I needed to meet you, and I do feel like, there are a lot of similarities, general similarities, but I feel like we're going to get along just fine." He was like, "I agree. Here's my phone number." And he gave me his phone number. I'm going off on a tangent, but it's an interesting tangent. Then a year later or something like that, 2 years later, we were playing the Brothers Comatose' festival called Comatopia. Steve Poltz was also playing it, and we rolled in our tour van, got out, and walked directly towards the show that was happening at that moment, which was Steve Poltz. And I walk into this big, crowded kind of deck area with Steve playing at the end of the deck to, 70 people. And I walk in, he hasn't seen me or talked to me on the phone, for over a year or two, and sees me, and he's like, "Hey, everybody, Sam Chase." He's like playing the guitar, and he's playing some song. And he's like, "Hey, there goes Sam Chase. Sam Chase and I met at the High Sierra Music Festival. And for some reason, a bunch of people told Sam Chase that he had to meet two people. He had to meet Nathan Moore, and he had to meet Steve Poltz. And he walked up to me and told me that, and so he told me the whole story. I'm like, my God, that guy." One thing that we don't share is such an incredible memory, but we ended up talking all that night and have become, friends from afar, but good friends when we see each other every time. The other one was Nathan Moore. Nathan Moore was little bit more illustrious of a character. He was hidden in the shadows of the High Sierra Music Festival. He was an unreachable talent, so I didn't get to meet him. But I met him at the Lost Sierra Hoedown, and I told him the story when I was on stage, much in the same way that Steve Poltz did it without realizing it. And told him, "I was at High Sierra Music Festival, and I was being told by everybody that was there, 'Sam, you're here for the first time. There's two people you got to meet. You got to meet Steve Poltz, and you got to meet Nathan Moore.'" And I pointed right at him because he was sitting in the front row. And I'm like, "Nathan Moore, it's really good to meet you." And he was like, "Likewise." And sure enough, Nathan Moore and I became really good friends too. And he invited me to come with him to Jam Cruise, which leaves out of Miami. It's a cruise ship music festival full of jam bands. And he wanted me to play with him on this little place on the deck that they call the spot, and basically it is anything goes, whatever it may be, from midnight to 8 a.m. every single night. And so that is why I was on a cruise ship and sleeping so little and having so much fun and meeting all these rock stars. Full circle, there we go. Since you asked. Missed a lot of comments while I was talking about this. The Cayamo cruise looks awesome, because that's more just like people my speed, like songwriters and stuff. The jam band scene is not really my scene. So that's why I got to meet all these people, and I didn't really know who they were until I got back, and I was like, oh, that person was really famous. Really, really famous, that person I was hanging out with. But I think it's better that way, because then I, get to know the real people. There were a lot of times where I was like, I don't know who you are, and they were like, awesome. But I digress. Where were we? I already forget what song. Oh yeah, let's do Ode to San Francisco.
Can someone please explain to me how this whole music thing can make me money? Is it too much to ask that I might see a little cash for making art? I just want to entertain, maybe play some chords and sing and live the good life, doing what I know. Well, isn't it a pity I'm living in this city, and it's the only place I can't really afford? While I was learning scales and modes, I should have been learning how to code and join the tech world. But I can't really see me working at Airbnb, selling my soul. But does it sound so wrong that I might write a song and get paid a decent wage to bring you joy? Well, isn't it a pity I'm living in this city where playing music is considered unemployed? This is where the saxophone solo happens. We got Doug Pett for the music video on top of the bus, and it's gonna be so epic as the solo sounds itself. Someone please explain to me how money is a means to being happy. When there's no room for artistry, creativity's just a hobby for the poor. Oh, maybe I'm just lazy, immature and crazy to think that I'd never have to grow up. Well, isn't it a pity I'm living in this city, and it's the only place I've ever really loved? And isn't it a pity I'm living in this city, rent is due, and I'm totally fucked.
Yeah, we can do Mayflies. And then I think I'm going to wrap it up a little bit early today. Kiki and I have to console each other, and Copernicus as well. It's a heavy day in the Chase Casey household, and so we decided to go out and get a Christmas tree, bring a little bit of joy into this very, very somber house. Thank you guys so much for allowing me this space to be able to, I don't know, really work a lot of things out that needed to get worked out. Not just, thoughts in my head, but emotions and things in my body. And today was tough. Today was really, really, really hard. And you guys helped me make it, feel a lot better, so.
Every solution needs a problem, and every workhorse needs to be run. You say it's so easy with the wind at your back, but I like it when it blows at my front. The birds have stopped singing in the garden as the sun loses its battle to the night. The fox is in the hen house serving chicken noodle soup, so it looks like we are having fox again tonight. I feel strong, hardened by the years on the hunt. Even though I grow weary, oh, I know that I can do it, I can. I know that I can do it, I can. The air is much sharper in the winter. It blows anyway and anywhere it pleases. It's not meant for breathing, it's for chugging and for wheezing as you trudge your way through into the spring. And every day is a lifetime to the mayflies, and our lifetime's just a moment to the mountains. So pound the pavement, let it fly, release the soil locked inside. Now that we're done, let's put it back the way we found it. I feel strong, hardened by the years on the hunt. Even though I grow weary, I know that I can do it, I can. I know that I can do it, I can. My memory can't remember what's a dream. What is this life that I've been living in my sleep? Is it that my dreams are just a lie and as dull as my waking life? Or is my life one most people only see in dreams? Is my life one most people only see in dreams? Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh, oh, I feel strong, hardened by the years on the hunt. Even though I grow weary, oh, I know that I can do it, I can. I know that I can do it, I can. I know that I can do it, I can. Oh, Lord, I know that I can do it, I can.
Thank you guys so much. Remember, 50% of the money made today is going to go to a charity helping elderly animals, pets. By the way, I wanted to let you all know that we managed to raise over $300 for the KRIA Foundation, which helps all the people who have lost their homes and lost everything out there in Nicaragua. So because of you guys, I got a personal email coming back thanking me for the donation, and I'm going to reach back and say it was a group effort of friends, and that I wanted to pass that along to you, that they are very appreciative of that. I'm going to leave you with a song that I recorded a couple years ago, and it was a song that I wrote after my grandmother passed away, and it was loosely based around her, but mostly around all the other women in my life that I didn't get to know. I got to know my grandmother and, live a pretty long life with her in my life. But there are a lot of people that I didn't meet that, made her who she was and made me who I am. So I wrote this song inspired by her. And as I was singing it, while I was playing it and recording the video for posterity, in order to remember the song, I had little Jack the Cat right there next to me. And I feel like this is a good tribute to Good Buddy. So thank you guys so much. See you guys next Friday. Let's hope this video works. And yeah, love you guys. See ya.
Before I could see, she'd seen it all. Before I could talk, her voice was gone. Before I could crawl, she'd walk the walk. Before I could see, she'd seen it all. In the blink of a lifetime, on the brink of forever, in the eye of a brainstorm, where I can't remember I am here again. But not for long. Before I could sing, she'd sang her songs. Before I could hurt, her pain was gone. Before my time, her time had come. could sing, she'd sang us songs in the blink of a lifetime, on the brink of forever, in the eye of a brainstorm, where I can't remember. I am here again, but not for long. I wish that I could tell you that the man I have become is a man you might be proud of, or even better, proud to have known. Are you here outside my window, throwing stones against my ego? Old stories and photographs from long ago, before I could fly, she'd flown away. For my sunset was her new day. Ships in the night will find their way. I'll be here again, I'll be here again. I'll find